Hello and welcome back to Popcorn Chat. I hope you guys are doing well. In this video, I'm speaking to you about Joshua Oppenheimer's latest film, The End, which is a satirical apocalyptic musical. Sounds interesting, right? The concept alone had me intrigued from this film, and the star-studded cast, including the likes of George McKay, Tilda Swinton, Michael Shannon, and many, many more. I was bound to watch this film, and to see it at Glasgow Film Festival as well was just amazing. Now, this is a 2.5 hour satirical musical, which I think will really divide audiences. And I'm on the side of liking it. Once you get on board with the musical elements and the kind of setting that it's in, it's digging fun at the kind of upper class and how they would handle an apocalyptic situation. I think you can kind of just embrace yourself in this salt mine in which the film is based. In terms of performances, I think that George and Moses definitely carry this for me. I think their musicality, their physicality, everything they bring to this film is excellent, and it really shows the sort of young talent we have here on screen. Tilda and Michael Shannon are great, they do a good job, they do what they need to do. Tilda's very kind of unnerving, and her character goes down this kind of journey of, understanding where she is and slightly kind of feeling a bit lost and confused in the mine. Michael Shannon's just doing his thing. He's kind of the comic relief throughout this. So yeah, everyone's playing their part, but for me, I definitely thought that George and Moses were the shining talents. George McKay in this film does something where he does these like windmill arms, and he's very sort of freeing in his movements because that's makes sense for the character. And yeah, it had the audience laughing like you're supposed to laugh at it. It's a good point to laugh. But yeah, it was just so liberating to see. I was like, he's having fun on screen. So I really enjoyed his performance. And I'm not just saying that because I got to speak to him. The cinematography in this film was beautiful. I think Mikhail Kriechman did an excellent job at kind of lighting the already interesting architecture of the salt mine and contrasting that with the very modern upper class infrastructure in which they live. And I think working with the costume designers, the art department, and obviously the director, it really made for such a visual experience and allowed not only to the performers to act on top of that and dance and move in those spaces and have the freedom to go on a steady cam or locked off shot, it all kind of added to the experience and the kind of the satirical nature of the film and the kind of vastness in which these people live. It's a small group of people in a huge, huge space. And I think Mikhail does a great job at showing how big they think they are in this very, very small world. Everything's thought out in the colours of the costuming, the camera positions, where to put the actors, having them sort of looking to mirrors. I love that kind of reflection and refraction of light. It was just beautiful. I do think there is a bit of a pacing issue in the latter half of the film. The first sort of even hour and a half, 2 hours kind of flew by for me, but I think there's a lot of small scenes between characters that didn't necessarily need to happen. I think we got to the same point regardless, you could cut those scenes, but I think you do start to feel it about 2/3 in for me. So I think maybe a few scenes cutting in terms of character dynamics, and you would have had the same effect. That was my only real criticism. We have to talk about the songs. Now, I haven't gone away singing a tune like I would from a big blockbuster musical like The Greatest Showman, Hairspray, Wonka, whatever it may be. However, this film had much more sort of motifs running through, repeated chords, themes throughout, and I think there's that little song from Moses Ingram that just has stuck in my head. It's in the trailer as well, and that's been a kind of repeated motif in my head since seeing the film. I've tried to look up the soundtrack, but I can't see it on Spotify, so hopefully if it gets a sort of online digital release, I'd love to listen back to the songs and sort of really listen to them and sort of look at them rhythmically. But yeah, if you're a fan of any kind of like Sondheim musicals, I think you'll enjoy them. They're much more on the ballad side. They're not really too upbeat. There's maybe one or two, but they're more kind of, this is what this character's feeling. Here's a monologue rather than upbeat dance number. Well, there's kind of a dance number with one of them, but that's it really. It's kind of, this is the emotions we're feeling and we're singing it in a nice, pleasant way. Overall, I really liked The End. I've never seen anything like this before, and therefore it made it really unique. It doesn't feel derivative of anything that I've seen previously. I think the performances, especially from the younger cast, were excellent. Alongside that, beautiful cinematography, costume design, and art department was just amazing, and is a real visual storytelling method that I'm going to sort of sit with for a while and just analyze those frames, because it was truly inspiring to see a lot of that imagery on screen. It's not perfect by any means, but I think it was something different. It took a risk, and not many films are doing that right now. So go and see this satirical apocalyptic musical if it sounds like your thing. It's 2.5 hours. I've prefaced that it's a musical, so you can't blame me saying, oh, I didn't know it was a musical. I've told you multiple times. So go and check it out if it sounds like your thing. It's out in UK cinemas from the 28th of March. Go and support it and let me know what your thoughts are. Thank you so much for watching this review of The End. Make sure you subscribe so you can see more reviews from the Glasgow Film Festival 2025 here on Popcorn Chat. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys very, very soon.